We can talk. I mean, we can.
Yeah, we can talk.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not like
He'll cut that part out.
Don't be nervous over there. All right, no, you have to hit the red button.
Okay, ready?
Daddy D's not here.
I will.
Welcome to the Sneaky Par Show, where amateur hacks try to balance shitty golf between careers, dating, marriage, and everyday life. Over to you guys. 4!
What an intro again, huh?
It's
Still
really
good,
loud
still good.
in the headphones.
Well, welcome to episode 6 here on a lovely Wednesday. We're switching up from the Thursdays we're used to doing, boys.
Yep.
And I got a little beef to pick with Daddy D. If you can't tell, the guy to my left is not Daddy D.
When your booker AV guy has to be on the show, we're scraping.
We were scrounging. We purposely changed the day to Wednesday this week instead of Thursday
Just
because
for
Daddy
him.
D, just for him, because he's going on a golf trip. So I like to say we're going to put him on assignment.
Yeah, he's on location.
He's on location, so he's going down the Paynes Valley. He's going with, I think, 12 other guys. So he's going to get us a little firsthand knowledge of the course. The what do they call it? The Big Cedar Lodge or Big something Lodge down there.
Like that,
So that should be fun though. So we'll miss him today, but
he'll get a lot of footage.
yeah. If the video quality sucks, it's because Daily AV is over here now, joining us on the mics versus being on the camera.
Yeah.
Very curious they have shito peppers on the menu.
I don't know if it's a big thing in the Ozarks. Yeah.
I would be surprised with jalapeno peppers.
Probably the what do they call it? The fried sampler.
Yeah.
Those are hot things. Onion rings and mozzarella sticks. Yeah. But yeah, so Daily AV is stepping in for Daddy D today. We were going to try to call him in, but I don't know how to do the video, and it would be a disaster. But kind of like...
We'll FaceTime and hold him up like this.
Remember that movie? It's been on Showtime or a lot, Face Off.
Face Off. Yeah.
Where they basically switch Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
Do that. You can do the Face Off app.
So like, yeah, you...
Yeah,
like, we took Darren and put
I would just talk, but you can put Darren's face on it.
Let's start just calling you Castor Troy.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie, but if you watch it as an older person, it's the dumbest, most ridiculous concept of a movie that he changes into Castor Troy, and Castor Troy changes into, I forget what his name was as the agent. But then at the end, when he goes back to being the guy that he is, the FBI agent, he adopts Castor Troy's son to live with his family.
And his wife or girlfriend.
And his wife.
Yeah.
And Castor Troy killed their young son. So he basically adopts his young son to live with. It's just the most ridiculous movie in the world.
I want to know who signed up first. Was it Travolta or Cage? Or was it...
They're like, man, this is going to suck.
Were they playing chicken at the bar going, you do it, you do it?
There's some big names in there, like Gina Gershon is in there.
Yeah. That was at the height of her Gina Gershon.
Yeah, she looked good in that movie, that's for sure.
Sneaky Par Podcast also gives movie reviews.
Yes. Yeah. But it's the most ridiculous movie if you think about the idea behind it. But whatever. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Let's quick get into the numbers. I was looking at the stats of the podcast from last week with Brent from Chicago Highlands, and it was the most downloaded of any episode, even over episode 1. So Brent he might be a regular on the show.
He must have advertised in the locker room there.
Yeah. Please, guys, listen to
we
this.
We can run a contest. Who can replace me?
Yeah. I know he was texting me a lot. He's like, hey, man, like people are saying they can't find it. Like, where is it? I'm like, it's out there. Sometimes it takes 24 hours to refresh. But great guest.
It's in the cloud.
It's in the cloud. Give it time, buddy.
He was a great guest.
He was fun. Good stories.
I mean, the bar was here, but still.
Yeah. And if you guys haven't looked, I put the full episode of 5 on YouTube, and we actually have a picture of the signed Patrick Reed flag and the selfie with Dustin Johnson.
Solid.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. They're,
that gives some, what do you call it, clout to his story.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't lie.
Yeah.
He didn't over embellish his stories. It's actually true. But quick into the numbers. Instagram, here we go. 4th week in a row, 3% increase. Twitter, 0.21%. Trash as usual. Facebook, only 5% increase. So like I said, I sent mine to 700 people. Daddy D sent his to probably over 1,000, and we can't even get people to like us. So it is what it is. YouTube, 21%. And the downloads week over week was 16%, but like I said, the most downloads of any podcast since inception of the show. So
all right,
it's good stuff.
Upward trend.
Yeah,
that's what we were saying. We should get a Kinko's sign with the bar grass and make a big poster.
We're gonna end this podcast for life or for good when we actually have people stop following us. When those numbers start hitting negative growth, I think it might be time to pack it in, boys.
Like by Christmas.
Yeah. We had a good run here, but just couldn't keep the fans.
Yeah. We're running gross enough.
Yeah. So we got our normal cocktails. I got the G-Tini. Dally, what are you drinking here?
Lemonade.
Lemonade. What do you?
Vodka lemonade.
Something from Mars Brewing.
Something from Mars.
What's that one?
Yeah. Something that you spent $200 on last week. This is the sampler we got.
Yeah, Mars made their sales for the month.
Yeah. They shut down after Brian left.
Sharing the love.
Well, we're not eating any food right now today from the south side. We usually talk about what we're eating, but yesterday I did go to Bruna's over in the Little Italy, which was delicious. Remember that little like Oakley and like 26th area? I think it's delicious food out there. We sat in this corner table. Felt like if there was going to be a mob hit, that's the table they'd hit.
It's all corner tables there, so your back is to nothing.
Thanks for stereotyping.
Yeah, it was
Marty.
great. No, it was phenomenal. I enjoyed it. I just we were with a guy who was a cop who was there and a couple other guys. So it was great. I mean,
Speaking of Little Italy, the Italian Open is in 2 weeks. I'm pumped up for that one. Anything Italy, I'm in.
You might need to be like Sneaky Par's like European correspondent.
Yeah, I agree.
You talked about the Irish Open last week. I have no idea. Like, where are you finding these?
Because it's on in the mornings.
Oh, because you're up early.
On the Golf Channel?
Yes.
The one you just recently found?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And yes, I am up early. For example, when I sent you a text message at 9 a.m. on Saturday, I'm like, hey, come on, going to Harborside to hit some balls in the range.
Send me that.
Like, you in? Of course, no response. I'm like, what was I thinking? And then, come back, whatever. Go golfing, come back, hit some balls, look at my phone, 11 a.m., just got up.
All right. That's an early day for Mark.
Yeah. So what did you do on Friday night?
Yeah, what was Friday night? What did I do? Did we
golf?
Oh, we golfed we golfed Twilight.
Yeah, at Cog.
At Cog Hill. And then we went to Camp Rutherford. And what everybody who's listening mostly doesn't know what Camp Rutherford is everybody has this really nice house in Roscoe Village. And when there was COVID going on, we'd all just kind of sit in this parking lot and just drink with the garage open, distance and all this stuff. And it just turned into a disaster. And so we kind of gave it the funny name of, hey, we're going to Camp Rutherford. Is Camp Rutherford open this weekend?
Any more golf bets made that night?
No, not really. Not many golfers at Camp Rutherford. Some kids running around. And he's got his neighbors that are all kind of in their little area. So all his neighbors hang out and just kind of just bounce between the houses.
Plus,
it's super fun.
I was there for an hour. I do.
I've never been invited to Camp Rutherford.
No, it's
I just feel like I get
you gotta earn your way into Camp Rutherford.
What more do I have to do?
Well, you're asking about that's problem one. You can't ask.
It's like Augusta. You can't ask to come to Camp Rutherford.
First rule of Camp Rutherford.
Exactly.
Gotcha. But speaking of Cog Hill, that made the top 13 golf courses in Chicago and Wisconsin, according to Midwest Golfing magazine that was published in May.
I'm assuming Dubs, right?
Yeah, it's not.
Yes, it was Dubs.
Yeah. Any other notable courses in the Chicagoland area that made it that we know?
The Glen Club, which I
way overpriced.
Overpriced.
We were going to play there, and then it was still $200.
Well, you're better off just going to Ridgemore. It's just
top 13 courses.
No. It's a good course. It's not worth the price.
No.
That's my pullover.
Yeah, well,
Sneaky Par's home course was on there.
Yeah, so they got you for $200.
Harborside.
Pullover.
Harborside.
Harborside, yeah.
With the Porter, the Starbird was on there.
I've never been to this one before. Mistwood Golf.
Oh, we just talked about that
too. It's over in Bolingbrook, I think. Yeah. It's a great course. It's
article says Romeoville, but
Romeoville, Bolingbrook next to each other.
And it's cheap too. It's like $50.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can do like a semi-private over there too. And
one of my favorites, Kentigny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, love that course.
I still think they make their own honey. I'm still pretty sure about that.
Okay, Brock.
Yep.
Is that what they sprinkle on the shishito peppers?
Yeah.
That'd be a great idea.
What are you getting at Cantigny that you know that they have honey?
Like they sell it in their
they sell it. Yeah.
They're probably then. Maybe they do. Yeah. Well, I mean, they have that whole park district, right?
Yes.
It's not just a golf course.
Okay.
One of my favorites. I don't ever score well there because it's kind of.
Well, they got 3 nines.
Well, because there's trees. Let's be honest.
Yeah. It's trees and water. Brian doesn't
and
play
by
well.
tight fairways mean 75 foot wide fairways, but
the Preserve at Oak Meadows.
Yeah, that was Daly's home course for a long time.
Yeah, I feel like isn't Addison kind of far away?
No. If you hit 290, you can get in a Sunday morning. You get out there in like 25 minutes. Yeah,
I get out to the.
But on the way back, it's you do the Manheim shuffle.
Yeah, so Dallas used to always have a standing tee time at Oak Meadows until their clubhouse caught fire from lightning.
Yeah, but what we still had it is when they broke everything down to make the Preserve. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when
it's beautiful though. I mean, it's one of my favorite public courses out there.
It's great.
One of my favorite, Ruffle Feathers.
Oh yeah, it's good too. But that one's overpriced too. $100.
It's a Pete Dye course, isn't
it? Is it over?
I'm coming from
it's like $80. I think a lot of people don't like Ruffle because they think it's unfair. I think it's a great course.
Unfair. What does that mean?
No, what it means is people that they say they hit it in the middle of the fairway and then it rolls off into the rough. They
Or
think it's
you
unfair.
hit it right on the green and then it's like.
People don't like that course because they think it's gimmicky. It's got the island green, I think, on 11.
But it's a Pete Dye course.
I love it. I think it's a great course. So
Very high maintenance in golf.
I know. It's what I mean.
Stonewall Archer, Grays
Oh,
Lake.
that's a good one. That's
Geneva
really far out
National.
there. Yeah.
I've never been. Yeah,
Which
it's
one?
got. I always get Geneva National and Geneva Resort missed up.
no, there's two different. So Geneva National has 3 courses: the Trevino Player and
I'm gonna go
Palmer
out, I'm
course.
gonna go out on a limb and say Palmer. But
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
the Palmer course, and then Grand Geneva has the Butte,
Yep.
and the Highlands, I think they call it.
Highlands.
So it has to be. I'm assuming it's probably the Butte.
Yeah.
I can't even say it right. Is the Grand Geneva
Wait,
one?
was
and
that the
then-
highest rated Wisconsin course on that list?
No, Whistling Straits and Black
Oh,
Wolf.
of course it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, well.
So that's next. Whistling Straits. and
So,
Black
Brian, you
Wolf.
have a good story about Black Wolf, don't you?
Yeah, I'm
Let's
pretty
hear it, buddy.
sure my round of golf there single-handedly lost me a technology deal.
Please explain.
the angry Brian came up.
So
Asshole Brian came out.
no, just the having no idea, how to play golf on a nice course. Brian came out. So, in our industry, you take some, customers golfing, whatever. But finding guys that you like and stuff like that. So we go to Black Wolf, right? So it's a few $100, and so they have their carry. What do you call them?
Pull carts?
Yeah, pull carts. Right. So they have the pull carts, right? Oh no, hold on, take that back. They're carrying their clubs, right? I go with the pull cart, and the guys look at me and they're like,
You should just get a caddy next time.
"Yeah," and exactly, right? So one should have got the caddy,
Yeah.
but they're already carrying their bags, whatever. Like, hey, we like to walk, we like to carry our bags. So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, fine. So no caddies. So I'm like, I'm not carrying my bag,
No.
all right? So I'm like,
Black Wolf's a little hilly,
yeah.
too.
So I went pull cart. Should have went caddy. I don't know why. But I went pull cart, and yes, trying to put the pull cart over the hills, right? There's like 70 yards between the hole. Like, you're dragging it through brush. So literally, I get on hole 12. I look at the guys. I'm like, I can't golf them. I need to take a few holes off. Like, I was
'cause you were that-
I
You were
was
that winded?
sore. My back,
Yeah.
my hamstrings.
From a pull cart.
For the pull cart. Blackwood. Had to take 3 holes off. I'm like this. I'm standing up, like I'm stretching, right? Like trying to get the back in shape. And I haven't spoken to me since.
Was a warning indicator when you went up to the club? I was like, let me get the pull cart. And the guys looked at each other.
Guys like,
They're
wait,
like-
pull cart. Like,
Yeah.
what?
We have pull carts. You see that? on
Hey,
that news?
someone's ordering a pull cart.
It's like that Chappelle show. Oil.
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 What are
You
talking about?
cooking?
Yeah, you're cooking.
So
Yeah, that's such a rookie move at Black Wolf. If you're paying $300 a round up there, you might as well just get the real caddy.
At that point, you're so deep in
Yeah.
it.
So
And you weren't paying for it, right? It was on the company you were with
Correct.
at the time.
Nothing surprises me
yeah.
more than
So
people
to
trying
recap,
to save money for the
use the
company.
locker rooms, for your shoes, and if there's a caddy available, take one.
Yep. Especially when it's free.
Yes.
I feel like.
Well, I'm surprised the other guys didn't get a caddy. The ones you.
Well, no, there's those realists of golf that want to carry their own bag and do that. I've seen it a whole bunch of times. I never really get it, but Brian is in episode 6. Like you're slowly becoming like the poster child for how to act at golf courses and country clubs. You brought the shoe thing, which obviously I knew that, but a lot of people don't. You're talking about how to adapt to your
He's answering
foursome.
questions people are too afraid to ask.
Yeah.
I'm growing up a
You're a
little bit, guys.
trailblazer. You're a trailblazer. If people are scared, like, hey, ShiTown, should I change my shoes in the parking lot? No, you shouldn't, little guy.
Be an adult.
Is it okay to order prosecco at the bar?
Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
it is.
yes,
Oh, yes, it
absolutely.
is. Yes.
But what if these people are laughing at me?
Be
Doesn't
secure
matter.
in your manhood.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
All right.
You're the first invite I'm taking after we go to a nice place.
Push carts.
Aaron
right now.
Hills.
Aaron Hills is. I went there once. I need to go again, and we might do it today. We might wait for Daddy D, but I want to do a whole show on caddies. Just 4 caddies, regular caddies, good caddies,
Maybe you
bad
should have a
caddies,
caddy
asshole
on the show.
caddies. Well, we can, but I'm just saying, like, I have so many stories about caddies.
Yeah, well, the caddy can literally make or break your round.
100%. It can ruin your round, or it can make your round, if you're having a bad round, even better.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean,
in
you can be
terms of-
playing the worst day round of your life, but the caddy is amazing. And you joking with him, having
Yeah.
fun. You
Like
forget
he
all
remembers that you like strawberry smoothies.
about that.
Yeah, it's my guy, Amos.
mean,
in Bandon, the best. But yeah, we got Aaron Hills. I played there for the first time this year. Fun little track. Need to play it again. It's just playing during COVID, it was just a little different. Sand Valley, I've never been. Heard it's amazing. People love that place. But
Oh, is that
I
the
mean, that's
one-
a solid list of courses.
Is Sand Valley the one by the water park?
There's no
That's
surprise.
above
There's no
Mid- north of
surprises on the list.
Madison. No
Anything,
surprises.
Anything on the list that you think
No,
should be on there?
I've played
Left
most
off?
of them except for Sand Valley. Is the only one I don't think I've played.
What about your Big Wolf or Big Bull or whatever that thing's called? That course that you go to all the time, Bull Run or something.
Big Run?
Big Run?
Big Run
Down in Lockport?
I haven't been to Big Run in years.
Oh, Big Run's a fun course because
It's
it's
like by
so
Ruffle
tight and
Feathers,
so
isn't
many
it?
trees. Yeah.
A girl that I went to grade school with, family owns it, but I heard it might be shutting down.
Oh, really?
But I mean, whatever.
Speaking of shutting down, one of my buddies flew up. He's from Hawaii. He flew up because he's training. There's a new, I guess, console for the B-52 bombers. So there's training up in Wisconsin at the base. And he told me that the hardest course in either the world or definitely the U.S. is in Hawaii. It's called Ko'olau, and it's closing. The slope is like off the charts, like 157. The rating was like from the tips is like 79, which is weird because you can only get up by the USGA standards. Like the highest you can get on a rating is like 76.
Oh, wow.
So every time you go there, it's cut in the side of a mountain on the windward side of Oahu.
Hence the slope.
Yeah, it is literally in a rainforest jungle. And when you first play there, every time the guy asks you, he's like, "Hey, how's your handicap?" You're gonna lose at least 24 balls, easy.
Oh, geez. Most
Easy.
caddies, when you go to course, like go to Whistling Straits, the caddy's like, put 4 balls in there. He's like, you won't even need them. And you're always like, no. He's like, trust me. He's like, I don't
They're
lose
like,
balls.
how much you got? You got a case because you're gonna need more. We used to play it for fun because it was a fun course to play, but it is so hard.
That's crazy.
It sounds awesome that it's in the middle of like a rainforest or a jungle or something like that. But that's actually led to a new ShiTown disapproval rating. Yes,
We're waiting for the negative to come out.
The list
This
is
positiveness
longer.
from you was too much.
The list is way longer than it is.
We didn't want to go into the negative just in the earlier
It was
episodes.
established. What Brian's all about.
And Brian is correct in this because I listened to a podcast where it talked about, I think it was a Freakonomics podcast, and it talked about the negative bias where people are gravitated to more negative stories than they are positive stories. And it was actually a fascinating podcast. That's why the news is always negative. Because people don't want to read about, hey, Daily Help, brought 1,000 lunches for kids. They want to read about the person who stole those 1,000 lunches from the kids.
Fair enough.
So what do you got? You want
So I was watching the Sanderson Farms Championship right at the Country Club of Jackson in Jackson, Mississippi. So beautiful looking course. There's water, all that kind of stuff on it, right? And then I'm going through it. I'm like, all right, do they have going through Google Photos? They have pictures.
You're checking the menu for white wine and shishito peppers and cigars.
Nobody's crushing wine after the rounds, right? No shishito peppers. All right, fine. Like no pictures of anybody smoking cigars and no castles to be found, which is fine. That's not enough to get a disapproval rating. What is enough is alligators or pythons on the course.
It's Jackson, Mississippi, though.
Yeah. There's no need. There's no reason for that.
I'm okay with
Take
the
'em
alligators.
off the course.
No, I'm okay with the alligators. You're in their natural habitat.
Yeah.
The pythons is where I draw the line.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Put like electric fences all around the side of the course?
No, when
You're
see
in their natural
when you
habitat.
See an alligator, call up the alligator person, have them come take it to their natural natural habitat.
They would have to
they
call
live
everyone
there.
every day.
Yeah.
There's not an alligator coming in every single day.
I guarantee. In
Yeah,
Florida,
I bet
they
you-
all
yeah,
sit.
yeah, they
on
just live in the ponds
They
there.
live in the ponds. They come out to get the sun.
Yeah, and you take them out of the pond and you put them back in the Everglades.
No, they get eaten alive, Brian.
How are they going to get eaten alive? By
Because
what?
It's not their natural. They're alligators.
They're country club alligators.
Yeah.
Spoiled.
Wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. There's such thing as
Yes,
domesticated alligators.
These are the ones that you can hit the ball by them. They don't.
No,
care.
absolutely not. There is no reason to have alligators in your golf course.
Those alligators probably.
ShiTown disapproval rating.
So that's
So every course in Florida's out for the most part.
No, because it's the positive outweighs the negative. So if you have a castle there, then it's not a corked wine rating. You have to have nothing plus the alligator or the python.
Oh, nothing plus.
Yes.
Wow.
Gotcha.
It's pretty tough to get one of those.
Yeah, the python is
But the
scary.
Country Club of Jackson in Jackson, Mississippi, figured out a way. But I will give them a shout out. I think there was an ocean, if I'm not mistaken.
There's no ocean.
No, it's the Gulf of Mexico.
Gulf of Mexico, whatever. It was salt water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And then
No, is that saltwater?
Yeah.
The Gulf? Oh.
Yep.
It-
I knew the Pacific was saltwater. I didn't know it was all saltwater.
It's
Sorry.
also.
Whatever.
We skipped geography.
Math was
Grade
my
school.
strong suit.
Now I know
not
why I'm on
geography.
the other side of the camera. I can't be associated with this.
Thank Lord geography was not on the SATs.
Well, you had some big news in golf today. I don't know if you saw Tony Finau tested positive for the vid. If you saw that.
Who's
How is
that?
that
No,
possible?
you don't know Tony Finau.
Nope.
You know what? That's a good thing because he's going to win the next. He's going to win the Masters. Now that you don't know who
He
that
is,
is,
he's
yeah,
gonna win.
he's a tall guy. I think he's
He's from California.
but he's kind of that
He's
Samoan or
yeah, he's
Fijian,
Samoan, Fijian. Yeah. He's
So- yeah. No, so you were like tall guy, skinny guy, pounds the ball
Yeah.
down the fairway, but he got the COVID. So
Yeah.
Masters until November 12th around.
He
there,
was
so.
very famous for the Masters on the par 3 contest they do on a Wednesday. He hit a hole in one. He celebrated, dislocated his ankle, and popped it back in. That's literally he was like yeah. His ankle went
Nice.
and then he popped it back in, and then played the Masters all 4 rounds a day after that.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, he's a big hitter. I mean, and for the Masters, you don't need to necessarily be a big hitter to
be
win
accurate.
it. But it'll be fun. He's always kind of been there in the top 10s. He hasn't run the major yet. Everybody's waiting for when
Yeah.
he's gonna break
He's
through.
kinda
So
like he's like
is he your new
original.
guy? Because you don't have Bryson anymore. Who's
Yeah.
your new favorite golfer on the tour?
What's his name again?
Tony
Finau.
Tony Finau?
Yeah, look him up.
I kind of like this Peter Malnati guy.
I don't know who that is.
Peter Molinari?
No, Malnati. The guy was finished second place in the Sanderson.
Yeah, because
Farm.
there's no
pretty sure he's not
competition.
making the Masters.
Yeah,
If you're playing the Sanderson Farms Championship,
I almost qualified for that tournament.
I think he had to get in the top 10 to qualify for Vegas to qualify for the Masters, if I'm not mistaken. But what I like about this guy is, to your point, he was pretty down. He had to start, early, whatever. He finished 2 hours before Sergio did. So he goes into the clubhouse.
as a leader.
Yeah, as a leader at minus 18. And they're like, what are you going to do for 2 hours? And it's like, maybe I go to the pool with the kids. Right? It's a country club. There's a pool there.
hey.
I'm like, you know what? Good for you, right? Get the sponsor to fly out the family, country club,
Sponsor.
pool, pool, all that kind of stuff. Enjoying the country club life. Yeah, you go, guy. I like Peter Malnati.
Yeah, I would think he was going to be like, hey, I'm just going to sit at the bar and watch the finish.
Yeah, I'm gonna pound some Bud Lights.
Yeah, it was a Bud Lights and some shout to JMO at the bar while I watch this finish.
You guys got Truly here? All right, we'll do some Truly.
I have some stuff to talk about in the Sanderson Farms Championship.
Okay, well, we'll stand by. Nobody really gives a fuck about that tournament.
I mean,
Brian.
what is Sanderson Farms? Is that the
Sergio
all-natural
won.
Who
chicken?
cares? Like,
Exactly. That's my point.
What?
what?
I'm fired up about this.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's.
Because of the...
You know what? Go ahead. We got time on the show.
Yep.
Daddy D's not here. We need to be like one of these.
There's not a lot of dating stories after
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I want more of like this to be almost like an epic ShiTown rant, and I love how our listeners and viewers are now seeing the negative side of Brian, which isn't a bad side, but it's just this everybody sucks, and let me tell you why type of mentality. So please go.
The real.
So I'm trying to get through my MBOs and watch some golf this weekend. Right.
Doing a phenomenal job, by the way.
And so I'm watching the Sanderson Farms Championship, and we go into the final day. And who's there?
I love how we go into the final day like you were.
You and your
playing. Yeah. Who are you out there with?
Who are you caddying?
Yeah.
Who are you caddying for?
Peter Malnati and I.
Are you pushing a cart for Peter?
Yeah. You pull cart with
Yeah,
Peter? Yeah, you pulling a pull cart for him? All right, sorry, go ahead.
And so I turned it on, and who's in one of the final rounds?
Final groups.
Sergio Garcia.
Your MBOs are
Is he
It
one of
has
you?
final
been
groups.
literally the last 3 years of golf have been some of the greatest years of golf because he
He
hasn't
wasn't ever in
won.
contention? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like the fact that we don't have to sit there and watch him fidget the entire time.
He
I'm
stopped that a
stopped
long
that.
time
No, he-
ago.
oh, no, he
Yes.
didn't.
He still has it.
I watched the tournament. I watched the tournament.
But that's not as bad
So-
as it used to be, though.
So
No.
That's an
okay,
improvement.
I'll give you that much. So 11 times, that's a lot.
He did that 11 times?
11 times.
He used to do it
11
like
times.
30 times.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
fine.
it's
11 times is a lot. I'm like, I can barely.
You're talking about reloading on the
Yeah,
tee
like-
box. Yeah.
right? I mean, you watch a podcast. I can barely sit here, right? Let alone sit here and watch him, fidget 11 times. So my kids see the golf course, whatever. They see the golf, and they're like, "Oh, that looks pretty," right? So they sit down and start watching, and then Sergio comes on, and he does his 11 fidgets, and my son goes, "What's wrong with him?"
how old is your son, Brian?
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. Even he picked that up.
Made my whole weekend. So then out of all, so right, so he's in contention. Maldadi's in the clubhouse, minus 18. He's minus 16. Comes over to hole 14, par 5, right? Strokes it down the fairway. Now he can reach it in 2. The hole or the flag, the pin, whatever you want to call it.
All work.
It's on it's on the right side of the green, and there's a bunker like almost like right next to it.
I feel like we're getting one of the Trevor stories going right now.
Yeah.
So
A little quicker though.
yeah, sorry.
Let's speed up a little bit. Come on, bro. We don't need all the details.
All right. Well,
There's a bunker by the green.
This is all no, but like it's right next to the
Was
green.
his collar popped or
if
not?
you
What
hit
was he
it-
wearing?
If you hit the ball into the bunker, right, like it's going to be a par, right? It's because you can't
That's
like,
if you're
flop it
lucky.
up, get it back down, get it back. So like, smart. So he does a smart thing, hits it on the left side, tries to fade.
But he does try to get on in two though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he needed a birdie to win.
Right. No. So this is the tie. He's minus 16 right now on hole 14.
Yeah, if he pars, he ties. If he gets a birdie, he wins.
Right.
He's on
but
hole
this-
14.
This is
What are you
hole
Oh,
14.
sorry. I thought I did 18.
What the hell are you talking
I'm sorry.
But, yeah,
Ryan's
we'll get
story's
there.
so
We'll
long.
get
I thought we were on the
Just-
18th hole.
Hey, AV girl, can you mute his mic for us? What are you talking about? Right
gonna
So
now?
he
get
gets
cut
the
from-
eagle.
you know,
Right.
Sergio
It's a lucky.
and-
It's a lucky shot.
But he got an eagle?
So what's
He
the
hits a
what's your
lucky shot.
problem with Sergio
Right.
then? He hit a lucky shot and made a birdie or an
After
eagle.
11
Right.
white
So what? What's the problem?
A couple of days later, I read an article by Michael Johnson from the Golf Digest, who is all about like one of the greatest shots he's ever seen.
Was that shot?
Yeah. Right. And I'm like, it's 100% luck. He did not mean to hit it in the 6 feet between the pin and the bunker. And then he goes on to say that part of the success is his ping irons.
Last, unless you.
He's trying to write a
Absolutely.
story about the Sanderson Farms. trying to
It's
make
the
it
most
exciting.
ridiculous.
He's trying to make it sound
It's the
exciting,
most-
and it's
yeah,
just
it's
not
not,
like.
it's not.
It's the
listen,
most ridiculous story.
If that was your first ShiTown rant,
No,
it's
that-
gonna have to get better next time.
I've heard
because-
I've heard better rants.
I've heard
for
better
sure.
from you.
Way better
when you're
rants
just
for sure.
flowing and not looking at a sheet. That's just. I get how you're not happy with
That's
Mr.
a sad rant, actually.
Yeah,
This is-
you're better than
That's
that,
an old
Brian.
man. That's an old man rant.
It's so
Yeah.
better. It's a dad rant. That's
Yeah.
a neat dad rant.
This guy writes for Golf Digest. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, he's ready for Golf Digest.
All right, switching gears on that.
I feel like
Okay.
he's one of those fake
I
writers.
mean, I know everybody says it, but it's like that Billy Madison.
He's a contributor.
It's a lot dumber for having had to listen to that. I apologize to our listeners.
Wrap it up,
Yeah. Yo, B, wrap that
Wrap
shit
it
up.
yo.
All right.
Whew. All right, hold on.
If you go to watch the tournament, and by the way, he got a sneaky par a couple holes after that, which if he didn't get the sneaky par, he would have lost the tournament.
Well, then
there you go.
he should be
And
thinking
your boy Mulu Malnati's would have won.
Great
Yeah,
guys.
I think he says that.
Is his name really Kevin Malnati?
Peter Malnati.
Pretty wow.
Yes, it's Malnati. I looked at it twice too. I thought the same thing.
All right, well, switching gears. We were talking about last week about the Masters in Augusta looking
Yep.
all brown, and apparently almost overnight it turned all green.
Yeah, some miracle grow or
Some
something.
miracle. Yeah. Scott's got it in
That's
there.
Scott's card.
Really helped it out. But I was looking at some notes about it, and I guess your ex-boy Bryson is going to whip out his 48-inch driver for the tournament coming up here.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, like,
What
I'd have
inch
to-
did he use before that?
I don't know, but I don't think anybody's ever used a 48-incher.
No.
You know?
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what she said.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
But
no.
This is the culmination of all of his changes and.
But I think I didn't
this
look at
tournament.
Augusta and look at like all the yardages where the tees are playing, how far 360 or 380 is, and whether it makes that much difference. I've always known, and I could be wrong, that Augusta is one of those courses that if you're a long hitter, it helps, but it's not a huge advantage at Augusta versus a U.S. Open or
it
those
used
other
to be
courses.
that way when Tiger was kicking butt in the late 90s, early 2000s before they Tiger proofed it.
Yeah.
But I think what Bryson did was that he proved that he could just plow through a course, rough or not. He's just going to keep powering through, and that's what happened at the U.S. Open.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get it kind of, you don't get that kind of what do you call that? If you're a little bit off at Augusta, you can still. You're not stuck in rough. The thing about Augusta is that if you're stuck in a tree, the more stuck.
Oh,
in a
you're
tree,
in like
rough.
the pine straw or something
Yeah,
they call
yeah,
it that.
yeah.
But they're showing that Augusta. Oh wait, no, this is a different one. But looks like it was playing 7,400 yards. But Augusta's got such undulation on the
Yeah,
fairways
that's
and
true.
stuff. Like if you hit in the right spot, you're gonna get some roll on
I
it
mean,
and everything like that.
That's what they talked about last year when Tiger at what holes at the par 3 where they both hit the water, Finau and Molinari. That was just Tiger knowing what to do on that hole, right? And it's so you think of DeChambeau right now is like, can DeChambeau overpower the course? That's what he's really going to do, right? He's bringing that driver out because he wants to cut every corner.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be fun to watch.
Of course.
It just, you looked at Rory the other day, put a picture on of his swing speed and all this, and he was at like 186 miles per hour. So they're all, I don't know if it's, they're all trying to get to where Bryson is because he's obviously, everyone was like, he's crazy, he's nuts.
Well, that's Rory's,
but
the Masters is Rory's kryptonite.
Oh,
Remember,
100%, yeah. But what I'm saying is like, everybody's like, oh, Bryson is, you don't need to be a long ball hitter. And now they're like, oh shit, maybe that he was right. So I don't know. It'll be fun to watch. Yep. I'm excited to see him. We're going to put the house on Tony Finau. That's for sure.
Yep. We got to look it up. I bet Finau's probably like plus 750, I bet.
Yeah, I'll look up Masters odds. But I don't know.
As soon as Shalair already mentioned Finau about how he doesn't know who he is, what's he doing. Yeah.
Got a couple weeks before the tournament happens. This is when you found out who Bryson was. Yeah.
He's got COVID now.
Yeah, he's going
to show up like 20 pounds lighter.
Oh, that's great. That is great. I can't really find the lines here, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, there you go. It
looks like Bryson's favored. Bryson plus 800.
Oh, then Finau's got to be like plus 2.
Do you feel like Bryson's overthinking with this 48
I know
driver?
Everybody thought that he's overthinking. I hate because I didn't like Bryson because everyone's like, oh, he's a scientist. He's with the numbers. And every time you saw him on TV, they'd always mention it like, dude, we get it. We know. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And they still keep saying like, oh, he's a master in terms of technical. And it's like, dude, like we know,
get
like
it. That's
we get it
shtick.
exactly.
Yeah,
we get it.
That,
and I'm just like, and I hated him because the announcers would always bring that up.
You know what it is? It's like watching the A's and everyone goes, oh, Moneyball was
It's
we know
so
that.
annoying.
We know
like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't know.
I was.
Who is he? Oh, there he is. Plus 4,000.
Plus 4,000. Yeah. I mean, hey.
So that's.
I was also reading that part of his success might be the single plane swing. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
it made but not only that, every shaft is the same length. Yeah, of all his irons. That'd be kind of weird to play. Like your wedges are the same length as your like 4-iron.
I think that has to do with the single pane swing. I don't know. That's what somebody else was saying.
I think so.
I can't take credit for that.
Hey, it worked for him. I'll give him all the credit in the world. Like to do that where you just totally overhaul your entire swing. Yeah. Even though he was
Tiger did that like 3 or 4
times. I know. So
there's this guy out there, Mo Norman, like back in the day, supposed to be the greatest ball striker of all time. No idea.
Who is it?
Mo Norman.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, like
he's that good.
Google. Yeah, like supposed to be the greatest ball striker of all time. He did the single pane swing, and that's what they're saying. That's
he
part of his success.
Yeah.
Well, the better you can quiet your swing down and like have less like wrist.
That's what it's about.
Stuff. Yeah. I mean, hey,
I might look into that. Yeah. I need a new swing.
Brian comes back. He's got all the same size irons.
I learned at the
all Cobra Golf.
I like that hat. I like that hat you wear.
Oh, and the hat you were talking about, the Bryson hat with the big P on there. Yeah. They don't, unless it's a custom one from his, and I can't find it. The P is only on a baseball cap. It's not on that little.
It's not a P. It's a Puma. It's an actual Puma.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. I thought you said it was the actual.
But the one you're talking about, they don't sell that one. The big with the big Puma on it. Right. Yeah, that is a Bryson DeChambeau original.
Oh, no. Darren's had. What did he had?
He had
the
a small.
Puma. Yeah, but the DeChambeau's Puma is like almost the whole hat.
No, he had the what do you call those hats? That's like an actual hat. What do you call the kind of hat that he had?
A Kango hat?
Yeah.
That's not a Kango. It's an Irish little.
No, it's a Kango hat. Everyone knows it is a Kango hat.
I thought you were talking about the big P. Are you talking about this Puma logo?
But like, no, it's bigger than that though. That's what Darren's looks like. His was massive. The whole hat was a big Puma.
Yeah. No, I know what Shalair's talking about. You can't buy those.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, that's just for him.
Yep.
Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, they don't sell them on.
There's a picture.
That's not it right there.
Oh, it's in the middle. It's in the middle too. The other ones aren't on the side.
Enough about Bryson.
Yeah.
I mean,
whatever. We're on Finau now.
Yeah, we moved.
We're on Tony now.
Finau's our boy now, right? We love Tony Finau. Yeah. Does he wear anything that is distinguishable for his look?
Well, he's a Nike guy.
He is a Nike guy.
Yeah. So
Brian used to. He would go for who has the most swooshes on his outfit, and he'd count them all. I don't remember what your maximum was, but it had to be like in the 15.
I had the golf Nike golf glove. Right.
Did you have Nike clubs too?
Clubs like.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Nike balls too.
Huge Nike fanboy.
Yeah.
I had 2 jobs coming out of college to choose from. One was the technology company that I chose. Mm-hmm. Thank God. The other one was the Nike golf tour.
Ooh, you should take that.
You should take the golf tour. You could be
coming out of college. Hell yeah, we're taking that.
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any money.
You talking about like your future already when you come out of college? You know what I mean? Like, I got to worry about my 401k. I'm 22.
How about, instead, I decided to start working at a technology company during this thing called when the internet was invented.
Yeah. When Tiger Mania was at its highest.
Worked out okay.
I'm good. I'm going to go sell some servers and
Yeah,
shit.
you guys want a website?
Yeah.
It's www.
Oh, you guys need some patch cables? I got you. What do you need? You want some toner with that?
You know, there's a Scottish Open this weekend.
Is there?
Yeah,
Tell us
which
more.
apparently is different than the Irish Open.
Okay.
Wait, I thought there was a Spanish. What's that other open?
The Italian Open
Italian
in
Open,
a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm really looking forward to that.
So are we talking castles here?
But yeah, you know, I was hoping so.
Of course, it's
Right?
Scottish,
It was
right?
on that Scottish coast where they have all the nice golf courses and stuff like that. No? You know what I'm
No,
talking about?
I don't know that. I just.
All right. So it's at the Renaissance Club.
Okay.
Right?
Love the name.
So,
Yeah.
Sounds rustic.
Like looking at this course, I would shoot at least 150. Like the Muirfield, you know what the
generous.
Muirfield is?
Murrayfield Village in Ohio.
So
Jack's course.
right, that's Jack's course, but it's after the Muirfield, which is where apparently the first 13 holes of golf was invented, which is down the street from this Renaissance Club.
Okay.
That course I would shoot roughly 200. Like-
the Renaissance Club one?
No, at the Muirfield. Renaissance probably like 150.
150.
Like I mean, they looked almost impossible.
They did like a survey. They were asking, I think it was Kevin Kisner, like, hey, how many strokes would you have to give an amateur golfer if you were playing in a four-round weekend tournament? And he said 68. I think is that what he said.
68?
And I thought that was low.
That's way low. What kind
Way
of
low.
on a PGA setup?
I don't know. He just was
Yeah,
asking, like, what would you need like to make it
yeah.
a fair competitive match over 4 rounds? He said, I'd
I
spend
mean, what
68 strokes.
what handicap is the?
I was thinking 68 a round.
no. That,
I mean, if he shoots 65, I mean, you're 75,
Well, if you-
85. I mean, that's 35 strokes. I mean, 30 strokes a round. That's one time. Maybe I have that wrong.
It's
But I,
remember because Kisner played the Barstool guys. It was a 4-man scramble versus him, and they beat him on the 18th hole.
well, yeah, you get four.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like that's.
Tiger used to play against amateurs where it was like their best ball versus his worst ball.
Oh really?
Yeah, when he still won, I think.
And he probably smoked those.
The
guys.
Renaissance Club has a fantastic description on their website. Quote unquote, the Renaissance Club is unshamedly upmarket, aimed at the very well-heeled, prepared to pay for their privacy and privileges. And right at the heart of this offering is a simply superb golf course.
You know what? They missed the boat.
I'm like, good for you.
At the end, they should have been like, if it's not Scottish, it's crap.
Good for you. And then there's a big picture of of 2 tables of guys sitting there that are all about roughly 60, 70-year-old and in tuxedos eating dinner. I'm like, that's the table
I wanna sit with those
that's, yeah,
guys.
that's why
Yeah.
you want to join that club.
Did you ever tell him like when you were? I don't know if we did when you were at. What's that sound?
Or maybe my phone. Someone?
What's that?
Brian.
My cell phone over there.
That's
picks it up
picking up,
pretty-
that's
yeah,
picking up
holy
all the way
shit.
over there. My goodness,
Hey, maybe it's a country club calling.
this might be a first. This
Yeah,
might be a
Brian,
first.
pick it up on air. Let's see who it is.
Yeah, is that Darren calling?
it up,
in?
yeah.
Is that Darren calling in a FaceTime?
Hey, what's going on?
No, he's gonna take it. We're gonna stay live.
Yeah. Oh, he is. Oh, he's gonna call it Sneaky Bar.
I'm busy.
Oh, sorry, I can't take a call right now.
Amateur hour.
Yeah, long time listener, first time caller.
Yeah. I want to tell you, your guy's show is amazing.
Not only that, that's a pretty good ringtone too.
Well, who was that? Oh,
Oh, it's
wait, what?
she didn't know you were here doing a podcast.
I forgot to tell her.
It's dinner time, Brian.
Yeah, Brian,
are
where
you?
are you?
Where are you?
All right. Well, so
Which is a legitimate question, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean,
We have macaroni and
yeah,
cheese
I
on the
haven't
table.
left, I haven't
getting
left the
cold.
house in 6 months. Like, she's like, where
she's
did you
like, is
last
something
leave?
going on for the last 6 weeks?
Yeah. Are you really doing a podcast?
Oh, Marty and Daly every week
Yeah,
show up. Come
every
on.
week. Come on.
There's
Yeah.
cameras and lights. What are you doing, Brian? But no, tell our
You
listeners.
come home drunk all the time. It's
Tell them about your story at. I mean, we gotta say it at Butler when you were there, and then remember they left and you were there by yourself.
That was a good one. All right, so you get invited to go
Which
golf.
I think Butler is probably closer to what Scotland country clubs and those
probably the Masters
kind
country
of whole,
clubs. Yeah.
kind of that whole.
and I have even more respect for them
I
now
love
for
Butler.
doing this.
If
So
I had the money, that'd be my second club.
So I
A
go,
lot of. That should be your first club. You'd cancel your other club to go to Butler.
Never.
so a
But
couple
go
of
ahead,
us, a couple of us go golfing with the member, and he golfs like 9. Then he's got to take off. He's got to go to a wedding, right? So he's like, hey, just go into the club. Just go into the clubhouse. Finish out here. Go into the clubhouse. Order some food, right? Tell him with me. I'm like, okay. Well, like it's kind of like there's like these tables and there's kind of like a few stairs, and so you have to, in order to sit in the upper section,
Yep.
you have to be with a member. So not knowing that. That's where we were sitting before. So that's where I went and sat after the round, but the member wasn't there. So and he's like, will Mr. Member be joining you? So we're sitting up in the section where member only. And then so the server comes up, will Mr. Member be joining you? I'm like, no, he had to leave, go to a wedding. I'm like, okay, well, this section's for members only. We'll go sit you down there at the other tables. So not only did they put us down there at the other table, but there's a table literally next to the kitchen. Like when you open the door, like that, the table's right there, right? And if they could have put us in the kitchen, they would have, right? But they gave us the prime rib, and everything else. There was literally 2 foursomes on the entire 18. There's another couple guys in there like hanging out. There's almost nobody in there. And they could not get us out of there quick enough. Like, ignore these guys over here. They work here. They're by the kitchen. They're on their break. They're just eating. They'll be out of here soon.
Don't look at them. Don't look at them directly.
Which is great. Like you felt that you're like, all right, this is uncomfortable.
Did the door hit you? Did the door hit you every time the waiters came out? It was like,
almost literally the door opened. The table was right there. Like
having a good time, sir.
Yeah, if somebody was sitting on that side, yes, it would have hit them. Absolutely. Like, we could not get closer to the kitchen.
How many people were in your party at the table?
2.
2 of you.
Yeah.
No. I think I would have taken the hint and be like, nah, I'm not going to eat. I'm just going to head out.
I heard great things about the prime rib. I wasn't leaving without it.
How was the prime rib?
It was fantastic. I wonder if they put shishito peppers on their menu. I know you can ask for anything you want, but still.
Yeah.
I get it.
You're gonna have to go deep for that one. Yeah.
Dude, we did a thing at Butler last year. Was this 4-man scramble or whatever best ball type of thing. It was super fun. And there was like a dinner afterwards. It was like buffet style. I was like, what is this? Like the best chicken tender fingers I've ever had in my life. We're at Butler.
Oh, really?
Right? Like you think like you've had like good chicken fingers. Yeah. You haven't had anything till you've gone to Butler.
Were they like hand breaded?
No, I don't know what they were, but they were absolutely amazing. Like the chef is serving to you in his coat with his hat, like with a placing him on your
if
thing.
He's picking the fingers with a little tongue.
I'm used to like that Raising Cane's where you just stuff it in your mouth. Like you felt like you needed to eat it with like a fork and knife.
It was better than Raising Cane's?
Oh yeah. I mean, really? Oh yeah. Not greasy. Like I think they might have fried it and then baked it and then refried. They did something to it. It was absolutely amazing.
They put a whole shitload of MSG on there or something.
Whatever they did, it worked over there. But all right, so we got the Italian Open coming up, Bri, this weekend. So we'll
Scottish Open this weekend.
Oh, Scottish Open.
2 weeks.
We just had the Scottish Open.
Yeah, the
what's
Italian Open.
No, he said in 2 weeks.
No, when is the Italian Open, Brian?
In 2 weeks.
Okay, my bad. So in 2 weeks.
But big tournament this weekend.
What is that?
Women's PGA Championship.
Where's that at?
Watch it. All those girls are better than us and all of our listeners.
Obviously,
right. By far. It's not even close.
I watched it. I watched a women's tournament this weekend. They were basically playing at a high school course. It was tragic.
What are you talking? What do you mean at a high school course?
Well, like it just wasn't a typical. Wasn't a course that the PGA would play on.
Well,
this course that they're playing on this weekend.
Well, of course, it's a major.
Is
what's the course?
Fantastic course. All right. I'll get to that. They were playing at the seafood, not seafood, Seaview.
Bubba Gump's course.
The Red Lobster Open.
So to that point, though, it was the ShopRite Classic presented by Acer at the Seaview Golf Club in Galloway, New Jersey. Right?
That's a lot. Yeah,
what do we got here? No, that's not an Acer.
It's a big sponsorship.
Yeah, nobody uses Acer laptops.
No, but Acer monitors are probably the best. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Really?
Acer monitors, yeah.
Yeah, Acer monitors, yeah.
Right.
Good.
So, Mel Reed won the tournament. She won $195,000.
Oh, Jesus. They need to pay them more. Like, I'll agree with that. Like,
right.
But this is the dregs of the women's
But
tour.
The funny thing about that...
Oh, wait, there was a tour this weekend. Oh, so what's next? Well, they still don't get paid as much.
But if you win a major, what do you get, $500,000?
But
yeah, they don't get one.
The funny thing about that $195,000, that is significantly more than the women's national soccer team gets. Yeah. Like, significantly.
Well, you have to share amongst 30 other girls, right? You just,
like,
it's you and your
so I looked up what the minimum salary is for the women's soccer league, like the Red Stars, $20,000.
Jeez.
You have to.
I did the math. Barely minimum wage.
Yeah, you have to be like Alex Morgan and get stuff off the course to make like a living there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So my daughter plays soccer. I might shut that down.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to retire on that show. Your early retirement plans gone.
Because we all know it's not going to be on behalf of me in my early retirement. Got to rely on the kids.
But isn't that the thing with every sport? Like even all those WNBA players that are really good, like Sue Bird, Breanna Stewart, Lisa Leslie, they make way more money playing overseas than they do in the U.S.
Sure.
Like some of them actually say, I don't want to play in the WNBA because they're Russian contracts.
Half the women's national team right now is playing in the Women's Premier League right now, like for this season.
For what, soccer or for?
For soccer. Yeah, for soccer.
I can see that, of course.
Yeah.
Well, they need to pay the ladies more. That's what it comes down to.
Oh, they sued for that.
We are very pro women here at the Sneaky Power podcast. I did see that Mark Bainoff, the Salesforce CEO, was voted like the most pro woman CEO out there, for a couple years in a row. But I mean, I see both sides, but I don't see the side it's on right now as much as the other side because they're like, well, TV contracts, the men draw more money, they make me this and this. But I get it; they should be paid more. I mean,
$20,000. Come on.
I mean. I can make more money at fucking Burger King.
Yeah, that's a real love for the sport right there too. For $20,000.
But for doing something you love every day, it doesn't matter what you paid, right? Isn't that what they always say? If you love what you do, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it kind of does.
I disagree.
Kind of does. Kind of does. All right,
but to your question, the women's PGA Championship is at Aronimink. I think I said that right. Outside of Philadelphia. Great little track. Yeah, there's been like senior opens and stuff like there before.
Great little track. He's played it before. Yeah. Oh, it's a fun track. Number 4 is an amazing hole.
I've seen Fuzzy's out.
Dog leg left.
I see Lee Trevino just crush it out there.
Yeah, it's a fun track, So
no, that's sad. That's probably sad too. I bet you the senior tour pays better than the women's tour.
I guarantee it does.
Yeah,
I guarantee it does. So it's sad. Sneaky Power is gonna go on the offensive here and try to fix this for. We'll get them on the show. We'll have a conversation with them, and we'll do what we can here. But all right, I think we'll wrap it there. We miss Daddy D, but we love Daily AV filling in. We'll get his recap of Paynes Valley. I'm sure we'll have a bunch of pictures and everything from that, so that'll be fun.
Is he sporting Sneaky Power gear?
He better. I doubt he will, but
he should, especially on that 19th hole. He should definitely.
He should take
I
a
still
shirt
don't
off
understand it. So is the 19th hole a hole that you actually play?
Well, it's a hole where you basically settle your bet. So if we're up $100, you could say the 19th hole is like double or nothing on the 19th.
So when you finish 18, is there another hole? Like
yes,
a green,
there is.
flag?
That's par 3 with the water.
It's a par 3.
And you always go play it. Like Cog at the ravines.
We were going to do that. 3. We were tied going to after 18, and we were going to play 19th for all the marbles, and then it was closed.
Yeah, so it's a lot of courses. It's fun. It's fun to play an extra hole.
You say a lot of courses, I've never seen a 19th hole.
You're not playing enough golf here, Brian. I mean, if Tiger puts a 19th hole in his course, every course should be put in 19th.
Yeah, I feel like this is a new thing. I thought the 19th hole.
Has had this for.
I thought the 19th hole was drinking.
It is because the 19th hole at Ridgemore's bar is called the 19th hole.
That's
so
what I'm getting at.
Basically be the 20th hole if we had a 19th hole. You go to the 20th hole.
Right, that's what I'm getting at. So Ridgemore does not have a 19th hole.
Well, the bar is called
Highlands did not have a 19th hole. This is what I'm getting at.
You got to have the property to be able to.
19th hole is a new thing.
Wrong. All right. Wrong. Well, we'll get back next week. We'll get the updates like we said, and hopefully Brian will have a better negative take than he had today because that was
kind of like a.
It was bad. I'm sorry to our listeners and our fans. He's going to do better. He's going to be put on a different type of MBO.
It was a horrible weekend. 3 years the guy hasn't won. It's been fantastic.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
now you're stretching.
Watch when the Masters
just stop.
When the Masters comes back. When the Masters come back, now he's going to be on television. It's not going to be.
Well, I want to see you. If Sergio wins the Masters again, that's the brand I want to see.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll cut it there, guys. We'll check you out next week. Peace.